Good evening, everyone. The Eternal Quest, in association with Ahmedabad Book Club, American Corner, Ahmedabad, and Hello Gujarat TV, presents a weekend conversation with Mr. Gursimran Singh Oberoi, founder and managing director, Institute of Professional Banking, chairman, Oberoi Educational Trust, an entrepreneur, educationist, humanitarian. Let us know more about him. Successful people are those who have the courage to pursue their passion. Can you share your story of success, of hope, and faith?
Yes, good evening, everyone. And somewhere there must be in the world, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all my friends and to you, madam. So, my story, all it starts with the faith. Like I was, as a young child, I always dreamt of getting a decent job with some multinational. And then when I did my engineering, got the job in an multinational lighting industry. The company was from Switzerland. So I dreamt of getting my own business, starting off my own venture. So it all depends upon how much faith you have in yourself and what hopes you have. And then one day people will say that you are now successful. So everything, it all starts with first faith, which we say as Vishwas, and then hope, which is known as Aas, and finally आप सफलता चूम लेते हैं. And it all starts, as you said, from faith and hope, and you achieve the ladder of success. So this all happened with me also. So I started as a job with during my education engineering. I got a campus interview, worked there for 1 year, then shift to my other job and worked with other various different engineering companies, and finally landed up with a last job from 2005 to 2007 with an engineering company at Baddi, which was a multinational, a European company. So at that time, I thought that now I should start my something of my own, where I should train the manpower as per the industry demands. So Institute of Computerized Accounting came into my mind, where we used to train candidates for accounting and financial transactions and produce accountants. And this all started with, again, I will say, with the faith, hope, and finally now we are climbing the ladder of success.
These are very kind words. Thank you for sharing with us. And can you tell us more about ICFA?
Yeah, it was my first venture when I shifted from the job to being an entrepreneur. Institute of Computerized Financial Accounting came into my mind. Actually, my wife was lecturer with Guru Gobind Singh College here in Sector 26, Chandigarh. So she gave me the idea that we can train candidates for accounting jobs. As she was an MCOM and doing her PhD in export management, so we started a computerized accounting institute where we used to train the candidates on the practical aspects of accounting, how to make balance sheets. Then computerized accounting, we used to train on different softwares like Tally, Computex, how to file income tax returns, and make them a thorough accounts professional in 1 year so that they can get a good job as an accountant in the industry.
This is very lovely. You and your wife working together and helping other people developing their potential.
Thank you.
Mm, and what was the idea behind starting IBP, Institute of Professional Banking? Can you inspire us more with your innovative ideas?
Yeah, Institute of Professional Banking came into my mind in 2014 when we were running ICFA successfully in 25 locations across Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal Pradesh. So NSDC was formed by Government of India, National Skill Development Corporation, where they launched skilling courses where the candidate was trained in different centers pan India and land them in a good job. But there was no such institute or any course provided by Government of India where the candidate can do a course and get a good job as a banker in a private sector bank. So one of my friends suggested me that this can be a new venture for me, and I explored with different angles, and finally Institute of Professional Banking emerged up. So we started with a vision that we have to train the candidates on the practical aspects of banking and get them a job where they can join as a teller, cashier, or an assistant manager level in a private sector banks, namely ICICI, Axis Bank, HDFC banks, and any other banks. So the venture started in 2014-15 financial year, and we used to meet the HRs of the banks where they tell us that you have to train the candidates on these fronts. So we started with the retail banking, then we came up with the banking sales module, and slowly trade finance and risk management also. So finally, a 3 month course was prepared where we trained them on the practical aspects of retail banking and started giving jobs to the candidates. And we proudly say that by today, in last 6 years, we have trained 2,500 students, and all are working in private sector banks, all the private sector banks in India. So now we have around 12 banks, those who are hiring from us. And yes, you asked about the innovation ideas, innovation. So innovation is always required at every end. Like if we talk about even no country became great without innovation. Even after during Second World War, Germany and Japan were the most sufferers, and they emerged after innovation only. So innovation is always required. Uh, Even Kodak, the Ambassador car, or the Nokia didn't had much invented in that, and so they collapsed. So now, as COVID came around 15 months back, we came up with some innovative ideas like online classes, how to conduct assessments and mock interviews through online. And now in July, we are coming up with the e learning solutions where the candidate will be provided a e-learning platform, and at any nook or corner of the world he will have a username and password and can go through the course and make himself skilled enough to get a job in a private sector banks. So innovation is always required.
Yes, and as they say, change is the only constant in life. And if you cannot go by innovation, one cannot stay stagnant, right? Mm.
And this is
And
the
now,
problem.
yeah.
Change creates apprehensions. So people take more time in coming out of from routine than adopting new one. So you rightly said that change is the only constant thing. Change creates apprehension. So, but everybody has to change and come up with the new innovations.
Mm. Bilkul. And now, as an educator, how is Mr. Singh different?
Yeah, actually, we are educating the people through, or you can say by providing skill training as per the industry demand. Like we have the set curriculums for Bachelor of Arts or for Bachelor of Commerce, and it has been delivered through ages. But what we realized that there is a gap between the industry and the academia. So we finally came up with this solution of IPB where we train candidates as per the industry demands, and so we are different from others.
This is a very interesting concept, especially in today's world and today's job market, because we may have the degrees, but when it comes to work, it becomes very competitive and there is less opportunities.
Right.
And now, as a humanitarian, what are the various ways through which you can change the society and make it a better place to live in?
Like I am into the scaling industry for last 14 years, and as an you said, as a humanitarian, I believe we can't change the society. We should change ourselves first, and we should focus on changing ourselves only. So when we change ourselves, the whole community sees that this person is changing, and they get inspired from you, and slowly the society keeps on getting motivated from you and get changed. So the leaders should be the first ones to get changed so that the lower ones get changed by seeing you or yourself only.
And I think that you, being an educator, being a pioneer of education, you are already making impacts with different people. And when your students learn from you, they are also inculcating these values to their families, to their surroundings. So, yes. Mm, and now, can you tell me, as a part of various entrepreneur groups, can you share your experience?
Yeah, I joined Chandigarh Management Association in 2017, and then I got executive member there, then organizational member, and then I joined the Thai Chandigarh chapter. It's the Indus Entrepreneurial, it's a worldwide recognized entrepreneurial association. I learned a lot by going to the seminars and now through online webinars of theirs. So earlier I used to think that I am a successful person, I am running a business, and I am minting money, and the candidates are being trained well and they are getting employment, and I am successful. But later when I start going to the meetings and webinars, I realized that there are many more successful people than me, and by meeting them by through networking, I realized that I am nobody. I am just a tiny particle in this earth, so I have to learn many more things to grow bigger. So these entrepreneurial groups are a must, and everybody should one or two networking groups they have in their region must be a member of that, and they will learn more because the brilliant minds are coming up there sharing their experiences, and you will grow with them. So I highly recommend everybody to be a part of entrepreneurial groups.
This is a very interesting concept that you're sharing with us, and one can never stop learning, do we?
Yeah, so
Uh,
learning is directly proportional to earning. So
hmm,
आप जितना ज़्यादा लर्न करेंगे उतना ज़्यादा अर्न करेंगे. इट इज़ फॉर एवरीबडी.
वो तो है, बिल्कुल. Mm, and what is your definition of success and accomplishment? You've been telling me about how you still learn from your other entrepreneurs that you've met along your way. But how would you define success?
Success is basically when people, after seeing you, get inspired. Like if they see my profile on the Facebook or LinkedIn, they say, "Oh wow, it's Gursimran. he's a highly successful entrepreneur or he's a successful educator. So it's, for me, success is that only. If people are seeing you through pictures, maybe on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, and they get really inspired after seeing you or by reading your name. So for me, the success is that. And as far as accomplishment is concerned, I think accomplishment is a myth. So when you accomplish this much, you think now the next step is this. Now this is this. So finally, accomplishment I feel is a myth, and everyone should, like you said, keep on learning and moving ahead. And one day, I think I will be able to say that I am successful. And for me, the definition is that when people read my name, see my profile, look at my picture, and they said, "Oh, look, he's a successful guy," and that is success for me.
Well, to be honest, I think that you are one step closer to that goal because you see, I'm a Mauritian. I share the African culture, and here am I speaking to you, and you are inspiring me as well as aspiring me. So, this is uh, part of your definition of success, right?
Right.
Mm. Other than being an entrepreneur, educator, and humanitarian, what is your passion and other hobbies?
My passion is networking. So I love meeting people. I love engaging with them on or debating with them on different subjects because this is the platform where you learn. So my passion is directly or indirectly linked to learning, and learning I feel is most, you learn most when you network with people, and your network is your net worth. So networking is my passion. And regarding my hobbies, I uh, then again it comes to learning only. I invest time whenever I am free, surfing through internets, learning more about my banking knowledge, upgrading my skills. So ultimately, hobbies are also again linked to learning, learning new things, exploring new things on internet. And passion is definitely to have a big network, and network is a network.
It's like nurturing yourself, nurturing your soul, and then blooming in every way. I think it's a beautiful passion.
Right. Thank you.
And tell us about your future plans.
Yeah, we have to grow Institute of Professional Banking to Pan India maybe by next 12 months. So we have 15 centers now finalized, 12 are running, 3 more are coming up in July first week. And then we will be coming up with more 10 centers down South India and West Bengal also. So as of now, we have centers in Punjab, Himachal, Haryana. We have centers in Delhi, NCR, Rajasthan, UP. We have finalized 2 centers in Maharashtra. And now we are coming up by the end of July in Gujarat. We are coming up in Ahmedabad. Then we will be coming up in Patna and Bihar, then Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh, and finally down south. And by next year and maybe financial year 2022, March 22, we will be pan India. So this is the vision for next 1 year. And in 2025, we have to achieve a target of training and placing 5,000 students every year. For that, we are building network of our franchisee centers. We are tying up with more banks so that these students are able to get more and more job opportunities. So this is the vision till 2025. And the bigger vision is that we have to eradicate unemployment. At least the graduates should be employable in India as the opportunities are growing in banking sectors. In 2014-15, 12 new banks got the licenses. Now more banks are coming up. Even the government banks are being privatized. So there is an ample opportunity in banking sector, which we need to explore more and more every day. And finally, in next 10 years, we have to cross the figure of 1 lakh people trained and employed in various private sector banks.
This sounds wonderful, and I wish you all the very luck, all the best for these coming plans. And I think that this is also a golden opportunity for India to have people, someone like you, who is thinking about the youth and empowering them.
Right.
Do you believe that imparting quality education is essential for the success of a nation?
Yeah, obviously. But what does this quality education means? Quality is basically achieved only when you have the course curriculum set as per the industry demands. We can't say that I am a very good teacher and I train the candidates very well if the candidates didn't land up in a job. So finally, the quality training means your curriculum, your course is aligned with the industry demands. And if you are training the candidate as per the industry demand, as per the industry requirement, so it's a quality training only. And once you deliver the quality training as per the industry demands, the students will be more employable, will get the jobs easily, and finally the industry will be helped as they are getting a trained manpower and they are well connected to their work, and finally they will work well and the industry will grow and finally the GDP of the nation will grow. So it all starts, as you said, with the quality training, but the quality training should be as per the industry demand.
This is so right what you're saying, and I agree with you. And any message to these youngsters and the audience out there in these tough times as COVID?
I should say that these are not any tough times. You have to just go ahead with whatever you have. So perfection is a myth. Don't think of being a progress is the key. So you have to just walk and walk whatever you are getting. Don't think like I have seen many people, those who cinema halls are closed, restaurants were closed for 2 3 months, and even the banquet halls where the wedding were celebrated, and they are because of these lockdowns and these of, so though they should not stuck up there that now everything is closed and you have to think ahead. Like in March 2020 we were running the classes offline and students are coming up to the centers. Many of our competitors or many of the educational institutes shut down as they thought that now this is the end of the world. But we explored ourselves, we didn't stop. We came up with the new ideas, new innovation, like we said earlier. We came up with the online classroom sessions. We convinced the candidates that this will be the new era coming up. So everything has changed. So you have to change. You have to accept the change and finally move ahead. Don't stuck up there. Just come up with the new ideas and explore the world and be passionate and emerge as a successful personality.
I think our youngsters, the audience, will be very pleased to hear that from you, and especially the parents who must have also been discouraged seeing their children at home, or maybe some teachers who haven't seen their students and थोड़ा थोड़ा उदास होंगे वो लोग क्योंकि ये क्या जमाना आ गया and it's like You know, the whole world stopped for a while with the COVID thing, with all the lockdown worldwide. But hearing those words from you might really encourage them again, that they do not have to stop following their passion. Restaurants might be closed, but their passion is still their passion.
Right. So majorly, I have seen that people talk about excuses. They look for some quick money also. So yes, you have to be ambitious, but remain humble also.
Mm-hmm.
So COVID will go on maybe by 2025, maybe by 2030, something more will come like this. Now, Delta version has come. So this will keep on going. So as COVID is going, we have also keep on moving and going. Ultimately, success will be there one day.
And maybe we should also redefine our meaning of success, because success is not just going to a like going to school, getting good results, and then working, like living a remote life where you do not have any real passion for yourself or for what you are pursuing in life. And sitting at home might also be a way to reflect upon that and decide what we want. And now, in this era where the youngsters are actually growing and becoming more mature, it's very important that they also think about their country now. And I think that the youth in India will be very, very inspired by you. And you know the way how you started your own company, you started your own ventures, it might be really great for them.
Thank you.
Um, let's do a rapid fire. What do you say?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready.
Your favorite book?
I don't read much books, but yes, I read as per my requirement. Now I am reading Banking on Technology by Shri O.P. Srivastava. He was a director with ICICI Ventures. So I don't require any motivation or any other skills by reading books. I am self motivated and passionate about my business. So, as far as in more detail, if I talk about our Guru, which is a holy book, Guru Granth Sahib, I read that and learn every day from that holy book only, which is our Guru, Shri Guru Granth Sahib.
Mhm.
So I remember two lines of Pai Gurdas. It is written, "आप सवारे मैं मिलिया सुख होए." Basically, Pai Gurdas ji says, Farida Jetu Mera Hoye Rahe, subject Tera Hoye. Maybe you are not understanding this Gurmat language. So it says, if you reform yourself, God says, if you reform yourself, you shall be at peace. And by having peace, you shall meet me. And by meeting me, the whole world will be yours. So these books, if you go into deep meetings, you get inspired every day. So I take around 10-15 minutes every day in early morning and try to inculcate some of the learnings from that book in myself.
This is very beautiful. थोड़ा थोड़ा सा ये पंजाबी था ना? हाँ,
Yes.
थोड़ा थोड़ा like समझ में आती है क्योंकि I do watch Bollywood movies, so
Mhm.
कोई कोई शब्द आती है. But
Right.
it's very beautiful what you've said, and maybe you know, it's the way that you portray your holy book is also part of what makes you humanitarian, right? And then showing the world that no matter how far we venture in our own world, we never lose our own values, which have been inculcated by the roots, our
Yes.
ancestors.
Yes. So
Second question. Yeah, tell me.
whatever lines I told, आप सवारे मैं मिले, मैं मिलिया सुख होए, फरीदा जे तू मेरा होए रहे, सब जग तेरा होए. So it all depends, it all starts from your reformation, your betterment. So अगर हम अपने आप को सुधार लेंगे, बेटर बन जाएंगे, तो धीरे धीरे भगवान बोलते हैं कि आप अपने आप को रिफॉर्म कर लोगे तो आपको पीस मिलेगा. पीस मिलने से मैं आपको मिलूंगा, और जब मैं आपको मिल जाऊंगा, भगवान बोलते हैं, जब मैं आपको मिल जाऊंगा तो सारी दुनिया आपकी मुट्ठी में होगी. So it all starts from reforming yourself. We have to be better every day. If we are not disciplined, we know our problem. We have to be disciplined the next day. If we think we get angry on short problems, so we know our problem. So we have to reform. So everything starts from reforming ourselves, starting from betterment of ourselves.
वो तो है. It's also about self-love. When you learn to love yourself, accept yourself, that's how you're reforming yourself. And now आप हमें बताइए आपका favorite tourist destination क्या है?
I go to Shimla every year. So as far as now, since my marriage in 2005, we have been to there for maybe 12 or 15 times. So my favorite destination is Shimla, the Queen of Hills.
I've never been there. I want to go there someday.
Yeah,
And your favorite cuisine?
I love Rajma Chawal the most.
Rajma chawal. Okay. और आपका favorite city of dreams?
I love Chandigarh. I have been here since my birth. Have been traveling to many places all around India. Even got the job in Delhi, worked in Mumbai and Pune. But my city of dreams is Chandigarh. I came back and thought to live here only and settle my life.
मतलब घर childhood घर घर ही रहता है.
Right. And this Chandigarh has been designed by a Lee Corbusier. So he was a European architect who designed this entire city. And it's I have been seeing many people saying that this is the most beautiful city and planned city and clean city. So this is my city of dreams only.
If an author were to write a biography about you, what would be the title of the book?
Biography. Okay. I am unimaginable, or you can say I am non-imaginable. I am unbelievable. So my biography will be unconceivable soul.
Mm, very
Inconceivable,
interesting.
because sometimes I think in the morning that I will do this, and by the evening I am doing something differently, doing different things. So as an entrepreneur, I think everybody is non-imaginable. And so if you have to write my biography, you should name it as Unconceivable Soul.
I'm pretty sure that there will be people up there doing more interviews with you and wanting to know more about you and write the story about your life. And it will be very, very motivating for many of us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, so we've come to the end of this wonderful conversation. I'll thank you for your time. Do you have to add a goodbye message for us?
So, for the audience and the youngsters watching this, I have a message that you have to be courageous. Human beings make mistakes, more failures than success. And one thing is that common sense is missing. So you have to stick to the basics: honesty, integrity, self discipline, honesty, integrity, self discipline, and you will climb the ladder of success very fast. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and thank you for sharing all those beautiful words, meaningful experiences with us. I'm sure that everyone has learned a lot from you today. Thank you.
Thank, thank you very much.